And good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to 95.5 KZLC. We are the voice of Louisiana Christian University. All right, it is Tuesday afternoon. It is time for our Wildcats Media Sports podcast. I'm Al Quartermont, the professor, joined in studio, as always, by our crew of panelists. I guess I'll call you guys panelists today. We've got Kai and the family Stone over there. Kai?
What is up? It's good to be in the house today.
We have Dennis Williams.
What's up?
His future is so bright, he's got to wear shades.
Got to, man.
And we've got Carmen over there.
Hello.
Have you swallowed your Pop-Tart yet?
I did. I'm not going to eat anymore.
Carmen is eating Pop-Tarts, and I'm jealous because I love Pop-Tarts. And we have Noel Schonhoff.
Good afternoon.
All right. We always have fun on this show, and we always get it started by talking about LCU sports. And so we're going to turn it over to the queen of LCU sports coverage. That's Noel, to tell us how the week went, starting with the Wildcat football team.
Well, the Wildcats did it again. They won. They continued their win streak to 12-0 that dates back to last season, turning their regular season play in the SAC to 4-0 and then 5-0 overall. This game this past weekend, I don't know if did you guys watch it at all? Did you guys catch it, or am I the only one who watched it?
I watched a little bit of it.
Yeah, toward the end.
Yeah, when I saw the score, and I saw it was 29-17, I was like, okay, yeah, I got it.
Well, I was watching it at work actually, and what I mean to tell you, it was back and forth the whole game. Like, the whole game was back and forth until that last few minutes of the game where LC finally took over. When they went into halftime, I think it was only like a 3-point lead that we were on, and then in the third quarter it flopped and Panhandle was over. So definitely football is treading their way, but that was their first official test of, are they really good, or are they just playing some teams that aren't as good?
Now, I heard there was some shaky officiating in that game. A lot of penalties went against the Wildcats, even called back a couple of touchdowns. So I think they were pleased to escape there with a win, but I don't know that some of the people involved felt all that good about it because of that.
Yeah, I knew you could see it from the live stream itself. I mean, I talked to some guys after the game, obviously, because, I like to talk to them about what they thought happened in the game, because that's a whole different perspective when you talk to a player who actually was in the game, what they think. You could see them standing on their side of the line, and they were heated. Flags were being thrown, and you could see Benny Clark III. He went and he ran the ball on one side, and I saw him. They threw a flag immediately, and he stood there, and he just stood at the ref, and he was staring at him. He was just I can't even describe to you. It was just eyes dead set on the ref, how did you call? What did I do? Kind of thing. But congratulations to those Wildcats. The football team continues to be great. We're very proud of them. Levi Hilborn, special teams kicker. He earned a Special Weeks Player of the Week award, and he's also the LCU Male Athlete of the Week this week for his kicking performance.
Now, the cool thing about Levi, I had him in class last year, is that he was all set to go to a different school out in West Texas. And he was going out there to play soccer. And he got out there, and apparently, the day he got out there, they made a coaching change or something like that. So he didn't want to play for a different coach, so he hit up Coach Maddox and said, hey, do you still need a kicker? And Coach Maddox was like, yeah, come on. And he drove 24 straight hours to get here in time for the start of school last year, and here he is now. So that's a pretty cool thing. Wildcats have won 12 in a row? 12 in a row. That's amazing. And Oklahoma Panhandle was the last team that beat them. And so now this week, who do we got coming in to Wildcat Stadium?
We actually have a newcomer into the NAIA. It's going to be the North American Stallions. They are starting their program in the NAIA, I believe. It's either the NAIA or they're trying to get into the SAC. I remember reading up on them. I can't quite remember. Sometimes it gets a little confused in my head covering every sport. But I do know that they're new to something and trying to, it might be their inaugural season into the NAIA. Oh, got the word right. But yeah, so they will be playing the North American, and it's going to be a break from conference play. So it should let these boys relax a little bit, but not too much to where they take their foot off the gas. You never want to put your brakes on. You want to keep that gas pumping. So definitely cool. But they're coming from Texas. It's going to be our preview day that we're going to play them. So it's definitely going to be a busy game. They're going to have all those hopefully future Wildcats out there at the game watching them. So
yeah, North American University is in Stafford, Texas, which looks like it's southwest of Houston. So there you go. Yeah, and as Noel mentioned, preview day, if you're out there listening and you're thinking about going to college, come visit LCU on Saturday. You'll learn all about it. Might even meet Carmen Taffi. Might even meet Dennis Williams. Might even meet Kai Stone or Noel. So come on out for preview day, and then you get a free lunch and free tickets to the Wildcat game.
yeah, so to deviate to the next sport, we have women's soccer. Women's soccer scored 18 goals this past weekend. 18. That's crazy. And 15 of them were in one game. They definitely dominated a lacking team that isn't one of the top teams in our conference. But I've always believed in you got to keep your foot on the gas. You got to keep pushing. Can't let somebody come back up and bite you. You can't do that. So they also had 2 hat tricks this weekend as well in that Texas College game. Their record, they're sitting at 5-0 in conference and 7-1 overall. And they're going to head on over to Texarkana and face the Eagles at 1 p.m. So that's going to be a little bit better of a program, or a little bit better of a test. And then they'll head on back to Shreveport to face the Pilots. But one thing to mention, this was a hard game for them this past week. I was there. I don't know if you guys got to attend the Jarvis Christian game, but when I mean to tell you blood, sweat, and tears were put into it, I watched a girl fly like 3 feet in the air and smack the ground. She's okay. I think she just has a concussion, but she's okay. But that game was tough physically. The players were not making it easy, and it wasn't the nicest game of play that I've ever seen. Soccer's never that too nice of a sport. It's a contact sport, and it usually gets pretty physical, but that game was nasty. So they played a really good game, and they dominated that. So, but men's soccer added 2 wins as well, and they also beat the Bulldogs 2-1, and then they beat the Steers 8-0, which was tying that record that they set previous week of how many goals they scored in a game. And now that one was crazy. 18 cards were thrown. So 16 of them were yellow cards, and 2 of them were red cards. And a huge brawl broke out after between the teams. And spit was spit. Spit was spit. I watched somebody spit into the eyes of another person. And let me tell you one thing. If anybody ever spits on me, it could be your last day on earth.
No, yeah, me and Noel were literally talking about that yesterday. I was like, if someone spit in my face, it's over with. That is the most disrespectful thing you could do to me, is just spit in my face.
Yes. And he ran up and broke in between. Like, the guy was standing at the back of the line. He wasn't doing anything. He was just talking to his team. He literally wasn't doing anything. He was chilling at the back of the line, and the guy shoulder checks him and then spits in his eyes.
Oh, wow.
My mama always told me that I better not start the fight, but I better finish it.
If somebody came up to you while you're standing on the line and just spit in your face, what would you do, Dennis?
They get the 2-piece combo, no biscuit. Come on, man. That is. Especially if I'm right after a game like that. Nah.
This was during the game. This wasn't after. This was in the middle of the game.
Yeah, no, they still getting it. That's crazy. That's crazy.
So 16 yellow cards were thrown that game. And I don't even think they threw enough. I don't think 2. Out of the whole game, there were 2 red cards done. After people were stomped on, kicked, pushed, fights were on the brink of happening. And you could ask anybody who was watching on the sideline, not enough cards were thrown. Not enough of the right color. At first, they weren't throwing yellow cards at all. And then the penalties were going to LCU. They were getting offside calls. They were getting penalties, all this and that. And LCU was like, what are we doing? Do you not see that they are trying to physically hurt us? And a lot of Spanish slang was thrown around, I'll let you know. And one guy, he said in Spanish, but I'll translate it for you guys. Because, Spanish whiz right over here. I'm just kidding. I looked it up on Google Translate. He said, we can go right now in the parking lot. And I'm like, it's the middle of a soccer game. You cannot go right now in the parking lot. You'd have to walk all the way around to get to the parking lot. But yeah, they were ready. It was a brawl. But yeah, Kai, you get spit on. What you doing?
Oh, yeah, we're fighting. all that boxing training I've been doing on my whole career.
Oh yeah.
I'm putting that to use. All that's coming to use.
That's gonna come in handy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do I need to remind us all of the Christian ethic to turn the other cheek?
Mr. Al.
Mr. Al, what
Al, come on now. Somebody spit in my face
I'm
during the
giving him
game.
a 2-piece combo with no biscuit.
Exactly.
Intentionally, and look at you.
Look at you.
You gonna do this?
Made eye
do
contact.
Like,
said, no.
Like, came towards me. Not anybody else made a beeline towards me to shoulder check me and spit me in the face.
It would be like the old junkyard dog in wrestling. Supo number 1 and Supo number 2.
That wasn't the only spitting that happened. Another person got spit on at the end of the game as well. Wow. So, but the refs obviously didn't see it. But anyways, the men's soccer team, defended their own. I've always talked about how they have honor and pride, everything. They were ready to fight for their teammates. I tell you that. Not in like a it was not vengeful, but they were just ready, like anybody, they were just trying to protect their teammates. You were beating up on their teammates for what? Well, the men's soccer team is going to follow the women, play the Eagles following that women's game, and then they're going to follow the Pilots as well after that women's game. Well, after a rough 2 weeks, women's volleyball came back and won another game. They were on their high and then they dropped down, but no course is a straight road. It gets a little bumpy sometimes. So they dropped the first game to Houston Tillotson and then defeated them the next day. So that's good. But fun fact about the setter, probably going to hold some real records, Emma Cother. She is the only women's volleyball player to win a Player of the Week award. If you did not know that, she's the only one, and she has 2. And one's for Setter of the Week and one's for Defender of the Week. So I think that's pretty cool. She's the only one, and I know the program is only 7-8 years old, but out of all of it, she's the only person to win one so far. So big hat tilt to her and her performance. I don't know if you've ever seen her play, but she's a very talented young lady. But volleyball, also she sits 3rd in the RRAC for assists, by the way. So in assists, she's 3rd overall in the conference. But they're going to host Paul Quinn on Friday at 7, and then Saturday they're going to honor their lone senior, Leah Stamps, and wish her and congratulate her for all the work she's done and put in. So, but our debut sport happened this past weekend. They're playing a lot of individual games. Tennis is this fall. That's what Coach Starkova told me, that it's going to be a lot of individual doubles play. But they didn't come back. A few people got into deeper rounds, but no wins, take-home wins. But you can't expect to come through busting through the door, brand new program. But they're going to come back on October 20th in New Orleans. at Dillard and see what they can put up there. But yeah, that's it for LCU sports. You know, we have a couple things this week. Got a couple volleyball games, couple soccer games on the road. You can catch those online. And then we have football here at home. And then, you know, softball and baseball will be playing their fall exhibition games if you want to catch those too. But that's it for LCU sports.
All right, great job by Noel. Time for us to transition, talking a little more national college football. Remember when LSU used to be DBU because they had great defensive backs?
Used to be, it's crazy.
Now it's like DB Pew. Those guys stink.
DBU.
Or DBU, yeah, you. So, yeah, what has happened
DB
to
who?
LSU defense?
Oh.
Used to be a hallmark. Tigers losing to Ole Miss, 55-49. Sorry, we have a bug flying on our microphone cover here.
Staring at it.
Yeah. So, Ole Miss beats LSU in a score fest. Nothing's wrong with the LSU offense, but how are they going to fix that defense? What do you guys think?
Fire everybody.
Get a new team.
This is bad.
Yeah, it's pretty ugly. You know, 55. Whew. Yeah, that's as a defense.
I thought that was the Dolphins and the Bills out there playing.
Really?
Man,
Is Ole Miss has a elite offense? Like, is it just LSU's defense is just so bad?
see, this is the thing. Jaden Daniels, if he had a, I would say above average defense, he would be in the Heisman race right now.
That's true. Yeah,
Easily.
you're absolutely right.
He can run, he can throw, make any pass.
And the year's not over. They can still come back, but I don't know where you find the talent to play defense. And they don't have an easy game this week traveling to Missouri. 11 o'clock start. Missouri's ranked, I think, 25th. So that's not a gimme by any means.
Yeah,
So
that's gonna be tough.
it's going to be tough. Definitely tough. What else jumped at you at college football last week? Colorado got down big at USC, then they came back and made it interesting. Oh, actually, that game was at Colorado, but
Yeah,
they made it interesting there for a while.
hey, Shedeur Sanders, man, the guy's a beast, man.
Yeah.
The wide receiver, his name's Amarian Miller.
Yeah.
Guy is a dog. Like he's just a freshman. That's the thing with Colorado. Their freshmen are like really very, very talented.
Right.
And if you see the corner, Cormani McLean, number one, he was the number one ranked corner in the country
Wow.
last year, and he came in there and completely shut down the wide receivers. But he didn't get a lot of playing time because, you know, Deion Sanders said in the previous interview, he like misses practice, misses meetings, late to meetings, stuff like that. You know, you gotta be on time for that stuff. You can't be late if you're really serious about this. So.
Well, I think that shows that Deion is trying to instill into those players something more important than just being great at football. So be on time, right?
Yep, always.
Absolutely. Like, that's the number one thing. You got to be on time. You got to be ready because it is a job, and your coaches instill that in you. So if you're now late, it just shows that you don't care. You know, that's not important to you.
It was kind of a run-of-the-mill week last week in college football. There weren't like a lot of big games or big upsets. It was pretty standard. This week could be interesting. We'll see.
Georgia did almost lose to Auburn.
Yeah, that's true. Auburn played tough. They did. So give them a lot of credit for sure. All right, NFL. Big week of games last week, and guys, the Saints, as bad as LSU's defense is, the Saints' offense is losing to the Buccaneers 26-9. I mean, I don't know. Derek Carr, I know he's hurt, but if he's hurt to the point where it's affecting his performance, then don't play because you have Jameis Winston, who's capable.
Yeah, but do you think he's going to be any better than Derek Carr? I mean,
I don't know. Not with the offense that they run.
Yeah.
It's completely unimaginative. There are no wrinkles. They don't do any surprises. You have one of the most versatile players in the NFL in Taysom Hill, and you barely use him.
Yeah.
So I just don't understand what they're doing. And it's not like they don't have talent. You've got Kamara. You've got Michael Thomas. You've got Chris Olave. You've got Rashid Shaheed. You've got Jimmy Graham. You've got Foster Moreau. I mean, it's not like there are no weapons out there, but they just have no efficiency with that offense.
It's like 1 week they want to be run heavy, then the next week they want to be pass heavy.
Yeah.
Then, because this game, I think Chris Olave had caught the ball one time. He had like one catch for 14 yards. Like that's,
Yeah.
he's like the second best, if not. Some people say he's the best receiver on the team. You got to give him the ball. You got to give your best receiver the ball.
Absolutely.
And Kamara, like he barely gets the ball now. So I don't know what's going on.
I mean, I know it was his first game back, so maybe, they didn't build much of that game plan around him, but still, I don't know. I'm not sure what they're doing, and so we'll see what they can do this week. But are y'all sick of Taylor Swift yet?
Chiefs.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
I actually didn't watch much of that game until like late because I didn't want to see it. I knew it was going to be every other cutaways, Taylor Swift cheering, and I don't care.
Yeah, it's like not even about the football anymore.
Yeah.
It's about her.
Right. They said the game drew more fans than normal because all of these Swifties were tuning in.
Well, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
See, that's another thing though. Zach Wilson played really good
He
this
did.
game, but all
Yeah.
people wanted to talk about was, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. I'm just,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Did you hear?
And like, it's not her fault.
yeah,
It's just people want to make
Social
money,
media.
so
yeah.
Did you hear Aaron Rodgers throw a little shade this week at
did he say?
Travis Kelce? Here, let me cue it up for you.
Okay.
This was on the podcast with what's his name? Pat McAfee.
Taffi.
So let's see if I can get this queued up. All right. Okay, here you go.
Mr. Pfizer, we kind of shut him down a little bit. He didn't have, his like crazy impact game.
Called Kelce Mr. Pfizer.
And stuff. I felt like for the most part, we played really tough on defense, especially the last three quarters, and I didn't have a crazy game. And Mr. Pfizer, we kind of shut him down a little bit.
You hear him kind of
Pfizer's
laugh.
wild.
McAfee laughed. Is that AJ Hawk that's with him? The other guy, and he just sort of looked away. But Aaron Rodgers, famous for not getting the vaccine, and now Travis Kelce, like every other ad you see on TV is for that Pfizer ad, trying to get people to get the vaccine. So Aaron Rodgers just throwing some big time shade at him. So
How about them Bengals?
what has happened to your husband, Noel? But if you all don't know, Noel's husband is Joe Burrow. Although
he is engaged.
what's that? You thought he was engaged?
No, I said although he is engaged to someone else.
He's married in spirit to Noel. So she's side-eyeing me right now. She doesn't look happy. Hey, look, you took the oath. You said for better or for worse. So how's that? How's that going?
This is bad.
He's embarrassing me.
I can. I can.
All they could put up was 3 points. 3 points. Carmen and I tried to watch it, and I did not want to watch it.
She couldn't even watch it.
No, God said, "Don't watch this, Noel, or you're gonna get mad." So He put on the Saints game. We asked Carmen. We were trying to put on the Bengals game, and it would not work. And then we put it on. He was on TV, and then it switched to the Saints. God knew at that moment that I was gonna get mad. 3 points? That's it? You're an NFL quarterback. Get your things together. Oh my goodness. Ugh.
Just let it free. I mean, just let out. This is the spot to do it. Just do it.
I'm on the hunt like Kai. I need a team.
Yo, look, I found something on Twitter. So it says there's a missing persons report for Joe Burrow, height 6'3", large build. The last time they seen him was at the AFC Championship game in Kansas City, and he was last seen stealing money from the Bengals. and some numbers for you.
I find
Okay.
it so funny that like he is now one of the highest players in the NFL, but he
Yeah.
cannot win a game.
He has a lower passer rating than Zach Wilson and Desmond Ritter.
Oh
Physically
my
getting ill.
He has
I'm getting
he has
ill.
less passing yards than Josh Dobbs and Justin Fields.
I'm nauseous.
Has a lower completion percentage than every quarterback besides Jordan Love and Anthony Richardson. And the least amount of passing touchdowns of any starting quarterback in the NFL.
Okay.
And this is the guy that we're saying is next to Patrick Mahomes.
Wait,
Get this guy out of here.
Wait.
Get this guy out of here.
Just stop it. Was it a couple weeks ago when you was worried about Deshaun Watson?
No.
Wait.
At least Deshaun Watson can score a touchdown.
Hey, this dude that you're talking about has been to the Super Bowl. He's been to the AFC Championship. He's won the AFC. What has Deshaun Watson done? What has Deshaun Watson done? How about win a playoff game? How about win a playoff game? Hey, how about make the Super Bowl?
We're making the playoff this year.
Stop.
Hey,
Stop it.
Stop it. It's not about.
I guarantee
It's not
you.
about what we did in the past. It's about what you're doing right now.
I guarantee you.
What is he doing? He's this guy.
Look, I guarantee you, there's a bunch of Browns fans that will give up Deshaun Watson in a heartbeat for Joe Burrow. In a heartbeat.
Right now, no.
Oh, in a heartbeat. No, stop.
No.
Stop.
No, keep Joe frozen over there. We keep Joe frozen over there. We good.
He is
So
frozen
right
and
now-
he needs to get de-thawed before he gets kicked out.
They're not gonna kick out Joe Burrow.
Get him out of here.
He's
He's the
Get him
outta
Bengals
here.
franchise.
No,
He's
get this man
You
out of
see
here.
people like
Get
people.
this man out of here.
You see people like yo is why NFL quarterbacks don't last long. This is why people
get
like
this man outta here,
you
bro.
see y'all are unappreciative. Noel,
man. Look at
Noel.
I'm
It's just one
appreciative.
that's it's one
No.
season. It's only he's hurt. He has his brain.
no.
He has a brain
Stop it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. No. You know what? No.
Play the
Here's
tiny
something else.
violin.
Here's
It's a
something else.
calf.
Look at this. Look at this. Okay.
If he's
Top-
hurt, then why is he
this-
still playing right
look
now?
at
He needs to
Exactly.
recover.
Exactly. If he's so hurt, then why in the world is he out there on the field? If you want to help your team win games, then go sit down.
Go
somewhere.
rest your
Sit
calf.
down. That's what Aaron Rodgers doing. He's sitting down.
No, that's
You
an
see these
Achilles
other-
tendon.
Oh, no, he's hurt.
That's an Achilles tendon
No,
injury.
go sit down.
You
Go
can't
sit
do
down.
nothing.
I
He
don't
can't even
care.
walk
No.
straight.
But
No,
the thing
Jiggy,
is you're blaming
he's-
his play
Nah,
on his
it's-
calf, but sit
Nah.
down.
No, you know
Look,
what I'm gonna do?
what else do they, the
what we
Bengals
doing.
don't have another
That's what we doing.
opportunity. If their best
That's what we doing.
If their
Nah.
best opportunity
Come
is for
on,
Joe
man.
Burrow to play with a straight
frozen.
calf, because that gives them the best possibility to win, they're
But
gonna
they
go
ain't
through it.
winning.
Joe
Well, did you
Scrub.
see what
That's what I'm trying to call
Jamar
him.
Chase said
They're
after
not
that
winning.
game?
He said, "I'm
I-
open.
yeah.
He said, "I'm open. I'm always
open."
open."
You gotta throw the man the ball. Joe
Come on now.
Burrow here looking like Jimmy Garoppolo. Come on,
Stop
man.
it.
This is ridiculous.
Stop it.
Joe Burrow.
Stop
here.
it.
Hey, at least Baker Mayfield.
Stop
You know
it.
who's playing better than him? Baker Mayfield.
I will agree
You know
on
who's
that.
playing
I
better?
agree.
Derek Carr.
No, Derek Carr. That's
Justin Fields.
Dak
That's a hard
Prescott.
man. Get out of here. He
Hey.
can't even move in that pocket.
Let's
Yeah,
ask you a
he look-
question.
He
Hold on,
look
let me
like,
ask you-
bro.
hold on,
He
let me
looks
ask you a question.
he look like Tony Romo out there.
Who's your
Come on,
team?
man.
Who's your team?
Hey, man.
Hey, let's talk about. You want to talk? You want to talk? The Ravens beat the Browns 28-3.
It is what it is.
Y'all scored the
Hey.
same amount of points
Hey.
as the Bengals.
Hey.
Y'all want
It
to
is
talk
what it
trash?
is. It is what it
Hey,
is, man.
Y'all want to talk trash?
I don't know what happened in that game. I'll admit, I don't know what happened in that game. But at least Deshaun Watson playing better than just. Come on, man. Get out of here.
You don't even can't even finish your
Come
sentence.
on, man.
Can't even finish
Come
your
on,
sentence. You don't
man.
even.
Deshaun Watson, like I said not too long ago, Deshaun Watson over Joe Burrow. That's all I got to
I
say.
mean, right now
That's
they
all I
both
gotta
ain't
say.
looking good.
What
after
else?
That's all we
this
got to
week.
say.
What
He
else?
scored more
Making
passing
you
yards, more
physically
passing
ill.
touchdowns.
My
Is this what
team's
COVID
looking
feels like?
pretty
Because I think
good.
I have it talking about Joe Burrow. He's upsetting me.
God. Hey, get Joe Burrow out of here.
On a better note,
Joe
No, I
frozen.
definitely think
my
his-
team won.
the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Cowgirls.
Yeah,
okay.
they have a big
Here we
game
go.
this week. They
You literally,
Cowboys. The
Dennis
Cowboys-
is.
No, I'm messing.
Dennis makes me so
The
mad because we were literally upstairs and he was like, "Oh, the Cowboys did pretty good."
Yeah, the Cowboys. No,
And then he's
no,
like, "Cowgirl."
no. I'm joking because I like joking with Cowboy fans. The Cowboys are doing good though. The Cowboys are doing good. I gotta applaud the Cowboys for real because they bounced back from that Cardinals game and they're doing really good. So
well, here's. Go ahead, man.
Oh no, you're good.
No, go ahead.
Again, how y'all think the Patriots is looking? Just you know,
it's time to get Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams. Think they
Take
should
for
take
Caleb. Yeah,
quarterback.
take for Caleb.
quarterback?
Mac, I just don't think has what it takes.
Billy.
I think Mac will stick around the NFL for a long time, at least as a backup. But
Yep. Y'all think? Do
I
you
don't
think?
know.
Do you think Belichick might be the problem?
he might be. I mean, ever since Tom Brady left, he hasn't had the same magic. So, does the player make the coach, or the coach make the player, or a little bit of both?
True, but
A little bit of both.
Hey, I mean, Phil Jackson made Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Hey.
Listen to that. Listen to that.
you see, he just wants to be petty.
He's provoking you.
He's provoking.
He's poking a stick.
Hey, I'm
it's
doing
a-
like Dylan Brooks. I got to poke the bear. You see what
You
happened?
see?
And you
You
see how
it's-
LeBron responded to that.
It's not a wise decision poking the bear.
That's right. All right, this week's NFL schedule. What's with these Thursday games? Bears and Commanders.
Oh, my
who wants to
God.
watch that?
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Justin Fields gonna go for 300 yards. I don't know.
That's a dog. Then Sunday, 8:30. It's a London game. The Bills and the Jaguars over across the pond.
That might be
as
good.
they say.
That might be good.
Yeah, it might be a good game. The Ravens and Steelers. That's always a great rivalry game. I don't know. Kenny Pickett, another guy that's kind of struggling right now. So Steelers might have given up on Dobbs too quick, huh?
Yeah. I mean, he's better than Joe Burrow. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Panthers. Yeah, cheap shot. Panthers will take on the Lions. Texans will visit the Falcons. You just mentioned the Patriots. The Saints will be visiting them. Who do you guys like in that game? The Saints?
Hey, which
struggling?
one? Which game is it?
Saints and Patriots at
The
New
Saints.
England.
I got
The Saints might come out and win a game.
Oh, can I say something real quick about the Texans?
Yeah, Texans. Falcons.
CJ Stroud.
Yeah, he's
man.
playing well.
That guy is a beast.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
That guy.
I knew he'd be good too. He has great character. I think people overlooked him, even in the draft. So
Man, this will be my last Joe Burrow slander, but CJ Stroud, Joe Burrow.
look, healthy Joe Burrow. I mean, he's not healthy right now. There's no question. All right, Giants are the Dolphins. Dolphins should bounce back in that one. Titans are at the Colts. Dog of a game. Bengals are at the Cardinals. Can Joe Burrow bounce back against the
They
Cardinals?
lose to-
I don't
they lose to the
know.
Cardinals.
Eagles play the Rams. That should be a good game, actually. Chiefs are the Vikings. And
Chiefs.
then Jets are the Broncos. And the Sunday night game next week, this one should be a good one. Carmen's Dallas Cowboys at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. I like the Niners that game. I'm not going to lie.
Hey, Jerry Jones did say that the 49ers are Super Bowl favorites. So he said if they beat them, then that could really
Yeah, that's true.
catapult them into superstardom.
I heard someone say yesterday that the Lions were going to make it to the Super Bowl,
Wow.
and I kind of just laughed.
Super Bowl is crazy.
think the Lions are tough,
I say
though.
playoffs, but not
Yeah.
Super Bowl.
I think they could even get to the NFC Championship. So
They could. They could.
So, the 49ers, Christian McCaffrey is just unbelievable. He's just so
Dog.
good. I was
Dog.
watching that game last week. I mean, he's just so athletic and he's a great football player. If he stays healthy, I mean, he's going to have monster numbers this year. That's always the issue with him. He gets hurt. But, man, if he can stay healthy. And then the last game will be the Packers in Las Vegas to take on the Raiders. I think the last time the Packers played at the Raiders, and I could be wrong, was that game. It was like the day after Brett Favre's dad died, and he came out and threw like 4 touchdown passes and played unbelievable in honor of his dad.
That should be an easy win for the Packers.
Should be, but I don't know.
Oh, no.
The Raiders are in disarray.
I don't know what they're doing this year.
I mean, Jimmy Garoppolo can't throw past 15 yards, so I don't know.
No, and he was hurt
last
last week, and they had this O'Connell guy in the game, and it's like,
week.
never heard of him, and
Yeah.
probably never will after that game. He wasn't too good.
That guy's gonna need to have a Brock Purdy type of impact.
All right, couple of other quick stories before we head out here today. So Louisiana Tech ended up suspending their linebacker, a guy named Brevin Randall, after he stomped on the back of the neck of a Texas El Paso offensive lineman during last Friday night's game. Randall didn't get penalized during the game. The officials completely missed it, but the cameras didn't. And so even after the game, one of the officials apologized to the head coach of UTEP for not catching it. But Coach Sonny Cumbie from Tech, along with their athletic director, they met and they decided to suspend Brevin Randall indefinitely. So I don't know what that means, but he won't be out there when they play Thursday. I know they have a Thursday night game. So
Good.
did you guys see that play?
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Yeah.
That could have seriously injured that player.
Yeah, definitely.
In the previous week, he actually got a call for unsportsmanlike conduct as well. So, but Randall was spoken for, and he said that he acknowledges his actions and he knew that they were wrong. But I feel like that's just a answer that you give to make people happy.
Like a PR move.
Yeah, it's like you're just gonna apologize to make everyone else happy.
Yeah,
And
but
you don't even
he
really
knew what
mean
he
it.
did. When you get up, you don't step on someone's neck. I feel like that. No, like that's crazy. head injuries are so big in football. I just don't understand why people take the cheap shot and do that. Like, I don't understand cheap shots in general, but head injuries are so prominent in like football. I don't even see why you would say, "Oh, I'm gonna go step on his head." Like, it's already an issue.
Yeah, to intentionally like do that. Yeah, accidents happen, but no, you got up and stepped on the back of this dude's neck.
Like, and that will. Cleats are not soft.
No,
like,
they're not.
They're not soft. So you can literally kill somebody. Like, depending, you can really, like, you're very at risk.
No, yeah, in high school, we did powder puff, the powder puff games where people don't know what that is. The boys cheerlead, the girls play the football. Yeah. But this one player showed up in metal cleats.
Ooh.
And my friend got her thigh, like, ripped open by the cleats. Had to go to the, like, hospital and get, like, I think she said nearly up to, like, 40 stitches in her thigh. And it literally looked like a tiger just scratched her down her thigh.
Well, we wear those in softball, like metal cleats, softball, baseball. It's a thing. I've been cut. I've got scars on my legs from someone cutting my leg open. They slide up, cleats up, and that's just what happens.
Yeah, and stepping on somebody, you can feel when you're stepping on someone's head. Like, you can feel when you have weight on something. So that's
Speaking of Tech, Louisiana Tech, this popped in my head. If none of you have yet, you should really go see the movie The Blind that just came out. It's about the life of Phil Robertson from Duck Dynasty.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of people don't know. He was a great football player. In high school, he was heavily recruited to go to Louisiana Tech. Was their starting quarterback ahead of Terry Bradshaw. And then before his senior year, he decided he really wanted to go hunting instead of playing football. So he let Terry have the starting job. And Terry went on to win 3 Super Bowls with the Pittsburgh Steelers. So kind of a cool story, though. So highly recommend it for anybody out there. Okay, last thing we want to talk about this week. And by the way, you're talking about something being soft. Were we just talking about soft? Cleats aren't soft, that's right. But you know who is soft? Deshaun Watson. Just kidding.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, well, I just had to massage that joke a little bit. Anyway, there was a big trade in the NBA. Sorry, man. Big trade in the NBA this last week. 2, as a matter of fact. It started, first of all, was this last Wednesday, Kai, do you remember, where it was during class? I broke the news. Bucks just traded for Dame, and you were like, I'm like, yep. So the Bucks got Damian Lillard to make them an instant contender for the NBA championship again. In that trade, the Blazers got DeAndre Ayton from the Suns, Tamani Camara from the Suns, Jrue Holiday from the Bucks. That was painful to trade away Jrue. The Bucks 2029 first-round draft choice, 2 first-round picks with the Bucks. The Suns got Grayson Allen. Hate to see Grayson leave the Bucks. Enjoyed him. Keon Johnson from the Blazers, Nasir Little from the Blazers, and Yusef Nurkic from the Blazers. And then, guess what happened? The Blazers came right back, and they traded Jrue Holiday to the Boston Celtics. So, man, now the Celtics are loaded. So, how do you guys size it all up when you take a look at those 2 big trades in just a matter of days?
The Bucks still got to beat Miami.
Think so?
Hey, no, I'm messing. No, the Bucks, they're my favorite to come out of the East now. They're my favorite. So.
Kai, not so sure.
I hate to break down the news, but I feel like the Celtics are a much more complete team. Because
it's scary now.
We've been saying that for 4 years. I'm sorry.
No,
we've been saying that for 4 years now.
No, it's different now.
It's
different now. You kept you got rid of some of your core. Like with Marcus Smart, Robert Williams, the third, who was always injury prone. You added Kristaps Porzingis, who's a 7'3" stretch big who can shoot.
Yeah.
So that's along with Al Horford, who does that for you, but he's a 7'3".
Yeah.
And you got a defensive player in Jrue Holiday who's just like Marcus Smart, but he can catch and shoot. They're a defensive guard specifically. There's difference, but Jrue Holiday is a catch and shoot. He can catch and shoot. So you got that. You gave up. I mean, you gave up Brogdon, you gave up Williams, you gave up Smart, but look what you got back. So in my opinion, I believe that the Celtics are the favorite in the East.
So you lose all that depth, and you get Drew Holiday, and what is that? Drew Holiday, Kristaps Porzingis.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Where's the bench?
What do you mean depth?
Where's the bench?
What do you mean? Where's the depth? You
Bro,
just got rid of
most-
Marcus Smart and
Marcus
Malcolm
Smart,
Brogdon.
Malcolm Brogdon.
You still got Derek White. You still have
Derek
Yeah,
White.
you still have
and
Derek-
Al Horford.
you still have Derek White and Al Horford.
Who else?
I mean, you just lost one player. You still have their bench. I mean, from last
Yeah,
year.
that's what I'm saying. You're saying they're the
They-
most complete team, but they don't have a bench. But Milwaukee has their starting five is like
Yeah, Bobby
very good.
Portis.
All right. Name any other
Bobby
players.
Portis, yeah.
All right, name any player on the bench for the Bucks.
Bobby
And they
Portis.
just traded Grayson Allen. Never mind.
Yeah,
Jay Crowder.
exactly.
Forgot about that.
Y'all
Forgot
traded
about
Jaw.
Jay Crowder.
Jay Crowder, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
bad.
mean, Bucks. Everyone forgets though, because now you think Giannis, Lillard, but Chris Middleton, if he's
Middleton.
healthy,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
that's going to be the
Brook,
key.
and Brook Lopez.
And yeah, Brooke is solid too. So, and you got Robin Lopez now on
Yeah.
the bench.
okay. One.
And you have
one
Thanasis. You have
Yeah.
Thanasis.
Yeah, talking about depth.
And Pat Connaughton.
Yeah, Pat Connaughton.
Pat
Yeah,
Connaughton.
okay,
See,
okay.
there we go. There we go.
I mean,
Pat,
we'll
used,
see.
Pat used to play with Dame in Portland. Now they're
Yeah.
reunited.
Yeah, we'll see. But talking about depth, my team to win the NBA Finals,
Phoenix
I am
Suns.
declaring it right now.
No,
It
we're
is
not
the
doing this.
Phoenix
We're not doing
Suns.
this.
The
We are
one-
not doing this,
No.
bro. Who's the point guard?
No,
Kevin Durant.
Stop
no,
it.
bro. We're
Stop
not
it.
doing this, bro.
I
We're
declare
not
the
doing
Phoenix
this,
Suns
bro.
NBA champions.
No, bro.
Let me
They
talk.
are
Let me
frauds.
talk.
Go ahead.
Let me talk.
Go
Because
ahead.
like y'all said last year, I said
Lord.
we didn't have a bench. We didn't have anything.
They still
You
don't.
know, I mean, we still don't. What you mean? We got Grayson Allen. We got Bull. We got Eric Gordon. We got Yuta Watanabe, who
Oh
led the
my
NBA
God.
in
Watanabe.
three-point percentage. We have a bench now, and we have 3 elite scorers in Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal.
Bruh.
What can stop this team?
Defense. That's what I'm saying.
He's just a LeBron fan. He's just a LeBron fan. He's just a LeBron fan.
All right, bro.
Just a LeBron fan.
Like as you can see, my Lakers are going to win the championship this year. Let me tell you why. We have guys. Well, what have we been saying all this time with LeBron James when they had Russell Westbrook? Trade Russ. You give LeBron a big man who can pick and roll with and play defense. You give him shooters, guys who can shoot the ball, come back, and also create their own shot. Okay? You also give him guys that can defend at a high level. And you look at the entire Lakers roster, that is exactly what the Lakers have this year. And as long as the Lakers can just stay healthy, and LeBron can stay healthy, Anthony Davis can stay healthy and be the great Anthony Davis that we know and love, the Lakers will win the championship, and it's not even close.
You see, like Mr. Al, Mr.
And
Al. I just can't. Mr.
and
Al,
Anthony
I can't
Davis
do
is defensive player of the year.
I can't do it, Mr. Al. Just because LeBron, just because of LeBron, he's just gonna say it's not even close. Not even close. Because LeBron James is on the team, nobody has a chance. You see,
Bro, I'm not saying no. I'm not saying
No.
nobody has a chance because clearly we lost to Denver last year.
y'all got swept by Denver.
But
They did.
it was a close sweep.
And no one's
But-
talking Denver either, man. They're still.
They did
Denver-
lose. They did
Denver-
lose.
Denver
Bruce
did lose
Brown
some
and some-
guys.
They did lose some of their
So,
core. So I mean,
yeah.
they still got Caldwell Pope. They still got. I mean, some of their core like Michael
about Jamal
Porter.
Murray. Is he
Man,
back?
Yeah, he's back. But
Man, if
they-
he's healthy, they'll be fine.
And man, we're
When you have that center, I mean, yeah, he's awesome. So it'll be fun. I can't wait. Starts October 23rd. All right, Carmen's doing the pageant wave. Don't forget to go to Miss LCU on Thursday night, 6 o'clock. See who wins.
$5 at the door.
Shout out to Wildcats Media's Victoria Watson, who's competing. So we'll see who wears the crown for Miss LCU this year. Should be fun. All right, everyone. Great show today. Kai Stone, thank you.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here as always.
Dennis Williams, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Cool Cat. Carmen Taffi. Thank you, Carmen.
My pleasure.
Eating snacks in there while we're broadcasting. And Noel Schonhoff.
Goodbye. Have a great day, everyone.
And I'm Al Quartermouth, Professor. Go team. We'll talk with you next week here on the Wildcats Media Sports Podcast.